everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. I will be speaking to my mic like this. I decided to start today's tour in the church because, please let me know, can you hear me or not? Because, no, it's not Budapest, it's Prague. Because they're going to close it at 6, and I wanted to show you the interior. But I will speak more about this place when I will go outside. I will begin the tour here, make it kind of silent. Probably you will hear the church service that is going. It's not kind of the active on the altar, but there is the music, soft music. Someone is singing the prayers. People are just some people are visiting the church to see the beautiful architecture, but some people are visiting it to pray. So it's not allowed to speak here loudly. But I want to show you this masterpiece because it's really... Oh, Donna is in Budapest, it's great. Because it's really one of the most beautiful churches in Prague and probably one of the most beautiful in Europe. We will begin in 1 minute. I will walk with you here. Please let me know, can you see me well in this thick walls of this beautiful church? So the local time is almost 6. It will be in a couple of minutes, 6. And we will begin the tour very soon. Hello everyone, my name is Olga and welcome to Prague, dear travelers. I'm glad that you decided to join me today, and we are going to have a magnificent tour. We are beginning in the sacred place. Can you hear their voices singing softly at the background? Hi Larry, hi everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Hello Wayne, hello Sarah, hello Fran, hello Donna. Oh, so it's good that the mic can even catch them. So the place is really magnificent, and I will tell you in detail when we are outside because I will be able to talk loudly. But they are closing the cemetery and the church, and probably we will catch the last beautiful moments of the interior. Hello everyone, my name is Olga and we're beginning this beautiful tour in Prague. I am standing in the Cathedral of Peter and Paul. Actually, it has the it has the name as the Basilica. It has the title of the Basilica, and it's a working church. And it's also it operates as a church and as the museum as well, because you can buy a ticket and come here, or you can just go to the church service. You will see the neo-Gothic exterior in a few moments. Hi everyone. Hello, people who are joining. Hi, traveler I. So in a few moments, I will take you outside and you will see the exterior. We're beginning from the inside, and it's so special that it's one of the churches that can boast its beautiful Art Nouveau style. So I have never seen in my life the churches with Art Nouveau style, and this church looks like the. It's not the church, sorry guys. It's basilica. It looks like the jewelry box. It's so beautiful. It's insanely beautiful. It's really one of the most beautiful churches in Europe. Basilica of Saint Peter and Paul. So let's go and see how beautiful it is. I will tell you in detail about the history of this place when we go outside. I'm still kind of a little bit feel awkward to talk loudly here. Look how beautiful it is. So the main colors of the interior are gold, green, and all colors of yellow, brown, but most of all brown, green, and golden. So this is called Art Nouveau style in decoration of the churches. I will come closer to the altar and you will see the magnificent woodwork. So the cathedral was built originally in the 11th century, but then the fire happened, it was demolished, and it was restored in 1885. So this is 19th century when it was restored, and it was rebuilt in such a beautiful Art Nouveau style. Let's explore the incredible wooden details of this church. So when you see it in person, it's just so majestic and magnificent. I think that it's one of these special sacred places in Prague that definitely worth visiting. However, it's not a touristic place at all. So actually the history of Prague, and probably the history, we can say, even of the Bohemia of Czech Republic, started here on Visegrad. And historians even now argue what was the first, Prague Castle or Visegrad, because this was the place where the Princess Libusha prophesied. So she told that the words, I can see the magnificent city, and the proud of the city, the glory of the city will reach the stars. So I will walk a little bit and we will go outside. My favorite part in this church is the glorious entrance. I will try to walk like backwards to show you the beauty of the place and the incredible ceiling. every inch, every I could say square centimeter is covered with these beautiful Art Nouveau designs. Look here, the angels, they are depicted as the beautiful ladies flying all around. And everything is this in color of such kind of pale green. There are a lot of floral designs. Art Nouveau style was extremely popular at the beginning of the 20th century and at the end of the 19th century. That is why this church is so unusual. It's really gorgeous done. It's one of the treasures of Czech Republic that I can show to you, and it's just really incredible. So in a moment, I will take you outside and say proper hello to everyone. Okay, you have seen enough, and stained glass windows. I didn't focus much on them, but they are also very beautiful. It's very clean, it's very I could say fresh, because these colors, green, brown, and yellow, adds a lot of vitality to the design. It's very vibrant. It's not some kind of boring, or you feel life here. You know what I can tell, that you can really feel that the guard is close to you, probably even in the flora, in the plants that surround you. Oh, it's, I found some kind of a museum here. It's not the exit. Where is the exit, guys? So this kind of museum wasn't here last year. So we're going outside, and we're going to explore the Visegrad complex itself. Hello everyone, once again. So I will put my mic here, and finally I can speak louder to you in my usual tone of voice. Hello everyone. Hello. My name is Olga, and today we are exploring an amazing place full of legends, beautiful architecture, and beautiful nature as well. This is Visegrad complex, the place that is usually missed by the tourists who are visiting Prague Castle, Charles Bridge, and astronomical clock. But this is a magnificent place which has a lot of things to offer. One of the best views for the city, one of the best breweries, the magnificent Peter and Paul Basilica that we just explored with you, and we are happy to catch the cemetery. So I will just flip the camera, because they are also going to close it. So probably we will quickly run, and I will show you the cemetery as well. So I will come back to the place where the Peter and Paul Basilica is, and we will explore more of this neo-Gothic architecture, because it is standing here like nobody is closing it, but the cemetery is closed at 6. Oh, so they get in May. Oh no, they are closing it at 7 in May. It's okay, we are lucky. So let's finish with the basilica, and then I will take you there to the cemetery. We still have time. Visegrad, yes, it's called Visegrad complex. We are going to have this wonderful work, and we are beginning with this amazing basilica. So it's very ancient. The original church was standing here, can you imagine, in the 11th century, and now this was rebuilt in neo-Gothic style. We have explored inside, but outside it has the beautiful mosaics. They are so shiny, and I will come close to them. You will see them. So this current building was finished in 1903, And there is even the kind of the part of the arm of Saint Valentine. You remember the Saint Valentine Day, the 14th of February, and the part of the body of this famous saint is kept here. So if you want to be happy in your family life, and if you I don't know don't want to have the eternal love, you can come here and they have the special service on the 14th of February, and you can see this relic. So structurally, this building is very similar to the Gothic buildings that you can see in Prague, but it's very high, and they decided to build this beautiful church with the hollow spires. I will come a little bit further from the church, and you will see that the spires are hollow, so they're empty, and the wind is blowing in them. Like I'm showing you the magnificent stonework at the entrance. It is a little bit similar to the Prague Castle, and some people even mix this two places, but that is the completely different place. It's situated on the high hill where Princess Libusha was living and telling her prophecies. And let's look at the spires before we move to the cemetery. And they are about 85 meters high. So the distinct feature of this neo-Gothic Peter and Paul Basilica is that they are empty, hollow. But the interior was just amazing, because the decorations in Art Nouveau style are so beautiful. So let's go inside the cemetery. And you know, cemeteries usually are the kind of sad places. People come here to to visit the people who died, but this cemetery has something special in it, because the most famous people of Czech Republic were buried here, like Alfons Mucha, the famous painter, Bedřich Smetana, and other famous people are here. And the cemetery actually looks like the beautiful garden decorated with this statues, and they are all so unique. So when you're coming and walking along this cemetery, you don't feel very sad, but you feel like you have this calm spirit, and the statues, they are so unique and beautiful, and now you are going to appreciate them yourself. So it's like the garden of statues, garden of statues. When I go usually up to the end of the cemetery, it's like the connectivity is not great. So please let me know if there will be, like, if the connection is not great. So let's go inside and I will show you the Visegrad Cemetery. You know, some people are traveling here just to see this magnificent place. Because it has even like the Baroque Italian style. So on the perimeter you can see the halls. The really rich people were buried here, but they were all special. Sometimes you can see the empty places. That is because the people already bought the place for themselves, and it's quite kind of practical in Czech Republic. As you know, people are mostly atheists. So according to the statistics, 80% of the people are atheists. So they have this practical approach to death and the burial process itself. And on some graves you can see the urns. So the cremation is not something unusual here. So look at these holes. I don't have the access to them, to those statues, because it is closed. I can just show you that these holes, like they are long. You see, they are situated on the perimeter of them, of the whole place, and they are built also in near kind of this Art Nouveau style with this apses, arcades. So it's accessible to the people who have the keys to the locks, because there is the iron fence. But on the perimeter, there are beautiful statues, and you can also look at them. We are situated on the top of the hill. It's kind of the elevated park here, and we will explore the park and the beautiful views and even the brewery. But we are starting with the historical places, with the cemetery. You see, these are the huge skis, so probably the skier is buried here, who knows. So that is the place where Czech history rests. If you know the famous people of Czech Republic, you can find them here. The place is very peaceful, quiet. It's not very big. It's very compact, and that was a real discovery for me. I can say that probably the cemetery can influence you, and you will not feel really sad here, but it will influence you in the sense that it is very beautiful, because the composers, artists, writers, singers, they are here. I like these hands. Look, they look very unusual, just the hands. The place is away from the crowds, and in every season it looks a little bit different, because now it's green. In autumn, the colors of the leaves are strikingly red and yellow. Let's look at this pair of doves. Can you see it? So probably one dove is looking at the other one. And as I can see, there is a whole family of people buried on this place. Please let me know, what do you think about visiting the cemetery? Are you afraid, and what do you feel when you are walking in this place? I'm usually afraid of visiting cemeteries, and I'm not a big fan of these places. But this one is special. The graves are of different sizes, but it looks like the amazing sculpture garden, and absolutely peaceful. So a kind of a hidden gem. It's also close to some kind of monastery, and this one is very beautiful. I think this place could be a kind of a highlight of the city. So now I'm going to show you the central piece of the cemetery. It's called Slavin, and I will not go up to it, because in a mystical way, I don't know why, but there is no connection. So this is the place where the most famous people of Czech Republic are buried. You can see the angel, sad angel with wings. So there are a lot of trees all around, and it used to be a fortress, a citadel. But that is the exceptional part of Prague, because it offers the breathtaking views and this You can see now the hollow spires. You can see they are absolutely empty. From here you can see that the sky, like you can see the sky is shining through them. So this place is called Slavin. We are actually on the top of the mountain, and back then there was the castle. And the fortress itself, where we are now, dates back to the 10th century. The place has the most beautiful views of the city and Vltava River and the city itself. Once I met here a nun, because here probably is the monastery, and it's interesting that they have this, they give the oath of silence. So she was not speaking. I was asking her some questions, how to find my way from here. That was, I remember, my first visit, and I was disappointed that she didn't answer to me. And then I found out that it's just like they have this oath of silence. So I am walking in between the graves, and now I will take you to the beautiful panoramic views. This is the small angel. Probably a child was buried here, or it's just an angel. So the locals visit this place as the park. And for the people who don't know that this is the place where actually Prague started, it's just a beautiful park with some old buildings. But the stories and actually the history behind it is so important that it's really impressive to visit this place and to see the cemetery and this beautiful Peter and Paul Basilica. It's dominating the city skyline. So when you are walking on the Charles Bridge, you can see that black church on the distance, and everybody is asking, what is that huge church? Because it's really big. So it's a local park with a beautiful brewery and the beer pub with the best views that we are going to visit, and this amazing place of historical interest. So there are all kinds of things that can just entertain you on the weekends. And also, it's a very popular place to visit with the families because there are big lawns, huge lawns where people have picnics. So we are going out because cemeteries are interesting places to visit. And this one was really incredible, but we have other things to explore. I will say hello to you again. So, hello everyone who joined ours later. Glad to see you. Thank you for being with me. And we are going to see this beautiful panoramic views. We are on the very high place on the top of the hill. And actually, that is a very important place for the Czech history because Krok, that was the Prince Krok, he had 3 daughters, and Princess Libusha was one of them. So she was a very important person in Czech history. The legend has it that she had baths here, and she had a lot of lovers. So when she didn't love one of her lovers, she would throw them from these baths. I don't know if it's right, if it's true or not, but still the vestiges, the old stone of the baths are here. And we are going to see how actually where she was throwing this poor man, because these are the gorgeous views. And I will tell you about this place. It's very warm. It's actually, it was warm, then it became extremely cold. In Prague, I think about 0 degrees at night. And again, the summer is back. So this is the second day when really the summer is back. Look at this amazing kind of balcony with the beautiful windows. So that place is associated with the stories, with the military history, because as you can see, it is fortified very well. So that was the place that could sustain the siege for 3 years. They had here a lot of they kept here flour, a lot of dried meat, salted meat. They had the wells, and that was one of the most incredible fortresses. Now that is the place for the photo sessions and the incredible views. Actually, I'm not going to take you over there because we will go to the tram station, but we will go deeply inside the park and to the brewery, and I will show you the beautiful views. But this way is also very beautiful. If you go down here, you will see a lot of terraces. So there are some kind of stops where you can make pictures or just have beer. Look at how beautiful it is, or have your photo session. So we are on the Visegrad hill. In front of you, you can see beautiful Vltava river. You can see people are making photo shots. And the whole fortress is surrounded by the high hill. The atmosphere is amazing here because it's the mixture of something medieval, and you can feel that the legends live here. Now we're going to see the beautiful park and the statues of Libusha herself. So she was an interesting lady. She wanted to choose a husband for herself, and she was thinking how, actually she didn't want to get married at first. But then the rulers of this land, because there was just the beginning of the history, the 10th, 11th century, and the man said to her, how long we can be ruled by this lady, by a woman, because she didn't want to get married and she didn't have a husband. She said, okay, don't worry, I will provide a husband. I will find a husband for myself. And this actually happened after there was the kind of the judge. She acted as the judge, and she had to settle the case. So one person was satisfied with the result of the trial, and the other one wasn't satisfied. And so that one that wasn't satisfied, he began to complain that she's a woman and she doesn't have the right to rule the land without the man. So she ordered to her servants to go for 3 days and to find a husband for herself. She actually prophesied, she told her servants that you would go for 3 days, then you will see the man will be plowing the land, and you will take the man to me, and then he will become my husband. So this happened, and this is how the first dynasty was formed here. So now you will see the Princess Libusha with her husband Przemysl, and Przemysl means the farmer, like the plowman. So here is the beautiful park with the incredible statues. They represent the Czech legends, history, and I would say folklore. Let me show you Princess Libusha with her husband. And you will tell me, I will be very grateful if you could tell me about the connectivity in this place. It is tricky. The statues look huge. They are very big, and That was the beginning of the Czech dynasty, like Romanovs, for example, in Russia, or like Habsburgs in Vienna, in Austria. So here was their dynasty. And everything here is about the poetic vision of the people who built this beautiful park. So thank you so much. Thank you, friend. Thank you. So that is the basilica and the huge lawns. People who are involved into yoga classes love to visit these places because they are so kind of vast and they can dance and make their exercises. And even now, Libouche protects these lands, because it's said that under the cliff of this castle where the Visegrad is built, the knights of Libouche are sleeping for many, many years, and they will be awakened if like something bad happens to Czech Republic. So this is another legend about this princess. And the first one, I already told you that Libouche often like to have baths here in the close to the walls of Visegrad, and this place was so enchanting that she liked to have baths with the servants who were making like the singing, the dancing for her. And when she was not satisfied with the man, he was just throwing them to the mighty Vltava river. So they are now waiting somewhere with those soldiers under the rock. It has the magical atmosphere and the magnificent history. And also in November, they have the special day of Saint Martin, because there is a rotunda of Saint Martin. I will show it to you at the end of the tour. It's just close to the brewery. So the man who represents Saint Martin rides the horse and shows the beginning of winter. This holiday marks the beginning of winter. Peter and Paul Basilica, by the way, chimes every hour. Probably we will hear that. So that was actually the residence of the first dynasty of Czech princes. And the main lady was here, Princess Libouche, who had the gift of foresight. So she decided to marry this simple guy, the plowman, Przemysl, and I think that was a smart decision, because during the many years, people sometimes married the people from this territory, from this neighborhoods, from these lands, but probably Libouche wanted to have her dynasty and her children healthy and strong, and that is why she decided to find the husband on faraway lands. So that is why she ordered her servants to go to walk for 3 days. This mixture of the genes, mixture of the different, I couldn't say racers, because these are all Slavs, Slavic people, but still it might influence the people, the future generations. We have come to the beautiful observation platform, and this whole place is surrounded by the magnificent observation platforms. They are just spreading all over the place. You see, I'm standing at the top of the fortress, and if I come here, you will see the red roofs, you will see Vltava river, you can see amazing, like the whole panoramic views. You will see how Prague is green. There are so many beautiful trees, and this is the only place that will offer you the views to the both sides of Vltava river. What I mean is that there are incredible views to this side of the city and to another side of the city. The fortress is standing just, I would say, in the middle, and I will show you the other views as well. But the uniqueness of this place is that the fortress is surrounded by this huge elevated platform. So it's just spreading around the fortress. You can walk on it, and it's just one of the most beautiful places to visit. So you're walking. It's not just the one place to make the pictures. No, it's just spreading for, I don't know, kilometer or like around the fortress itself. Very beautiful. Let's enjoy again. So I was showing you the panoramic views close to the St. Peter and Paul Basilica, and now we are on one of the most highest places. So who was the important person here? His name was King Vratislav II. Actually, he was the one who established the fortress, and he established the Peter and Paul Basilica, as I showed it to you. So this king, Vratislav II, he didn't love Visegrad, so he decided to, not Visegrad, sorry, he didn't love the place close to the Prague Castle, and I think that he had some kind of issues with the bishop. So there were some kind of political interests, and he decided to make this place, Visegrad, as his place of residence. So he became the independent Bishop of Prague, and he began to mint his coins here. And this place was kind of it was actually the small city. And it was very well protected. You can see the vineyards. Can you see? So they even make wine here. So he built the stone fortifications and the palace. The palace hasn't survived. What you can see is the St. Peter and Paul Basilica that was built at that time, I mean at the 11th century, but it didn't survive in its in the form that it was built. No, it's not the Danube River. The name of the river is Vltava, mighty Vltava River. Vltava, this is the name of the river in Prague, and pretty much like in Kyiv, it divides the city into two parts. And there are a lot of bridges, they connect both sides of the city. So now I'm going to take you to the devil's fingers. No, devil's stones, not fingers, actually, the stones, devil's stones. And then we are going to explore the fortress all around. So I will walk along this magnificent place up to the St. Martin Rotonda and the brewery itself. So one of the famous legends of Visegrad tells us that there was the priest who was a gambler. So he was actually working as a priest in St. Peter and Paul Basilica, and he lost everything. So he made some kind of a deal with the devil that he would win, and he could pay his money back. But the devil came one day to him and he demanded, I don't know, everything back. So the devil told to that priest that the priest told to the devil that the devil should bring the column from Rome, from Basilica of Peter and Paul in Rome. And devil flew to Rome. He picked up one of the columns in Peter and Paul Basilica, and he was just flying over the Mediterranean Sea when Peter himself, Apostle Peter, wanted to stop him. And devil dropped this column into the sea. But he decided to pick it up, and when he was picking it up, he was scratching it. So he brought it here, but he didn't came here on time, so the devil lost this bet with this priest, And still this column, but it is broken into 3 pieces, which has the signs of the scratchy eyes of the devil, is still here. I'm going to show it to you. So before I'm taking you to those devil's columns, let's watch the beautiful folkloric huge statues of Visegrad. So this is the lady singing something. She has got a beautiful bird. You know what I like about the statues? They are gigantic. They are really gigantic. This place is not just historical, but very romantic, especially in autumn. You see, there is a lot of... These are Slavic brothers, like Slavs, and they protect their land, very worrisome. So there is even the tour. As you can see, the people are standing in front of ours, close to this devil's stones. So back then, many years ago, that place was important because it was kind of a fortress. And this fortress had 2 castle walls. There was the distance between the walls, and there was the place where the main battles were happening. So there is a bridge, and the bears would live close, like under the bridge. So how the place was protected? They would shake the bridge when the enemies were standing on it. The enemies would, the archers would shoot into the enemies, and the bears would finish them because they would fall down, and there were the bears. So that was the plan, you know, how to make the place really unapproachable. So let's go and see, let's come closer and see the devil's stones. As I've read, they even tried to make some kind of tests, and researchers and probably... So nobody knows how the stones appeared here. And the mystery is that they're really made of the kind of stones that they can be found in the territories of, like, close to Rome in Italy. So let me find the scratchers for you. Where are those scratchers? Where these are the scratchers. There are some kind of signs everywhere, the stones. Here I see them. So 1, 2, 3, they are kind of white, a little bit white, and go down. So it's one of the beautiful things that you can find here. And the chestnut in full bloom. There are also so many chestnut here. Not as many as in Kyiv, but still reminds me about my home place. There were 5 main cities, like the Prague consisted of 5 different cities which had their own church, their own basilica, the market, and they quite often competed for the title of the best city. And of course they wanted to have the best basilica and the best ruler. So it's the interactive map. And now I'm going to take you to the brewery. Are you excited to see the most beautiful brewery in Prague? But the towns, these 5 towns, they never fought with each other. but they were protected. They wanted to protect themselves against their other enemies. So now we can see this huge fortress just in the middle of the city that is surrounded by the huge walls. I will take you once again to these elevated platforms. To show you the beautiful energy of the place. So actually there are two ways how we can reach the brewery and how we can reach the St. Martin Rotonda, which belongs to the 10th century, and this is some people consider it the most ancient, the oldest building in Prague. So we can go on along this path. It's kind of on the lower level, or we can go here on this beautiful place. There are two different ways how you can enjoy the place. So really it's one of the most beautiful corners that you can find here. And now it's the beer tasting. Ashrith is writing about the beer tasting. Probably, I don't know, I'm not sure I could taste beer for you this time, but we will see. Because I don't love to hurry when I'm drinking my beer or anything that I'm drinking. Yes, actually I had the beer tasting last time, you remember? And I don't know if you like it or not, because I felt a little bit weird drinking during the stream. It's not the usual thing that I'm doing. But I would like to take you to the most beautiful beer pub in Prague, and I think that it's just known by the locals because they come here to enjoy the place. It's not very expensive, it's cheap, and it has really the beautiful views. So enjoy that red roofs. By the way, the tour is called 10 Things About the Czech Republic That You Don't Know. And now I'm going to share with you some things that probably you really don't know about Czech Republic while I'm taking you to that brewery. First of all, it's not such a big country. Czech Republic is a small country, but it has some kind of famous things to boast. First of all, it's very safe, and it's considered like it is included in the list of 10 safest countries in the world. So actually it ranks on the 7th place. I like this playground. You see, it's wooden, it's made of different symbols. So I just wanted to show you how playgrounds look here in Prague, because this beautiful playgrounds are the piece of art themselves. When I'm making the tours, they could be a little bit longer than 1 hour. So I'm walking with you, showing you everything, and just enjoying my time. So this is one of the wooden, authentic playgrounds. I love that it is made from everything from wood, and it's not perfect. Like this different shapes of wood. There are so many churches, actually a lot of churches in Czech Republic, but it's actually the atheistic state, and about 80% of the Czechs, they consider themselves atheists, and they don't follow any religion. The Czech dish, national Czech dish that you can try here is pork knuckle. That is amazingly beautiful pork meat. It is so tender and it is cooked for many hours, and it is served with a sauerkraut. Hitler wanted to preserve the Jewish quarter, and he wanted to build here the museum of the nation that doesn't exist anymore. So called the Museum of the Extinct Race. So he ordered to collect all the items from the Jewish communities that he was deliberately wiping off the earth here to Prague, and they were placed in one of the synagogues. So these are the ancient gates that survived. Actually, you see, this is what I was told. What I was telling you. So here the connection is very bad. Usually I will not proceed them. So this is the that would shake. You remember I was telling you that this is the fortification system. So the bears, they would live under this bridge, and the archers, they were shooting the enemies. The people were shaking the bridge. Now it's a stone bridge, but it was the wooden one, and the enemies would fall into this ditch where the bears live. You can see at the mighty walls, and you can see the place where the bears would live over there. Now it's time is buffering. Okay, I will walk from here because I know that, I don't know, this is the worst place for the streaming. Please let me know about guys, are you here? Are you still here? Now we are going to a super cool place. I am taking you to the brewery, and I don't want you to miss this thing. So please let me know if you can hear me. Beer is a big deal here in Czech Republic, and the people are consuming a lot of beer. So the official statistics tells us that is 160 liters per person per year. Can you imagine that number? And of course, they are so proud that they invented their pale lager, Pilsner Ökel, that was brewed in the this is the name of the city actually, Pilsner, in the 1842. So before that, the monks and the people, they would drink just this dark, not transparent beer. So if the connection is good, this is the Rotonda of St. Martin, one of the oldest buildings here in the city. And there is again a legend about St. Martin. So this place was the place where the people would find shelter, different people. And one lady who had 2 kids, she was praying, she was asking St. Martin to save her husband, because her husband liked to steal things, like he was a thief. So she wanted him to stop this evil, doing these evil things. And one day, you can see I'm surrounded by the hills. The husband fell from one of the hills and broke his 2 arms, so he couldn't steal anymore. And this is how the wish of that lady was fulfilled. What is interesting, that when everyone asked this man, how could you fell down and roll over from that hill, he told that an old man came to him and just pushed him, and probably that was Saint Martin. This is how the man was saved. His wife became happy, and he wasn't stealing anymore. Let's go to the brewery. Thank you so much for joining. If you're enjoying the story, you can send me tips on Buy Me a Coffee, on PayPal, and they are mentioned. Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, they are mentioned in the description of this video and in the description of my all videos. I am taking you to the brewery, to the most beautiful brewery in Prague. Thank you so much for tipping. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. So that was Rotonda. Actually, there are a lot of beautiful architecture all around. I can say that Prague is the city of architecture, not just of the beer, but of architecture, Baroque, Gothic, Renaissance, classic, Art Nouveau, and even communist era architecture. Everything is on display. So this is the usual place for having beer. You can see the long wooden tables. The place is divided into two parts. Here you will find amazing burgers. They are just they're so tasty. So the price is about 10 euros. Look at this portion. He was so quick. I don't know, did he catch on? No. So here you can have hot dogs and burgers. But as I see, there's the big line. The price is, so as I told you, about 12 euros. Okay, let's go and check the beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. So the big mug of beer costs here about 3 euros. The little one is, 330 milliliters, 2 euros. It's super fresh. So people usually drink beer in big quantities. As I know, 9 mugs per week. So this is how it looks here. Thank you. A lot of wood and a lot of benches and wooden tables and even a big playground. So I promised you to show you the most beautiful brewery, yes, the most beautiful beer pub, and now you will see what I mean. So it's not the treasure. The treasure will be in a few moments. By the way, the kids are here with the families, and even starting from the age of 15, people can have, like the kids, teenagers can have beer if the parents allow them. So when you come to the perimeter of this beautiful beer pub or brewery, so I know that they probably make some beer here. There are a lot of tables that are standing. You can see just with this gorgeous view, and you can have the magnificent view, and you can drink the beer. So this is what usually people see when they are drinking beer in this place. There are no vacant places now. Everything is occupied, and swings. Yes, you're right. But I will just show it to you how beautiful it is here, how fun it is here. So it's Saturday. Of course, it's all full. Can you imagine? Can you imagine drinking beer with that amazing view? So we are also on the top of the hill, but from the other side, you can't see river anymore. You can see so-called hunger wall. And you can see happy people who are enjoying their meals and beer. I think it's one of the most beautiful beer pubs that I have seen. Please let me know, what do you think? Would you like to drink beer with such magnificent view? You are silent, guys. Is there any connection or no? So if I walk, you will see like people are having fun. You are silent. I am not sure if you can hear me, but probably you can. So this is the number 1 beer drinking country in the world. 160 liters is a big deal. It's a big quantity per person per year. So that actually includes the kids and the elderly people as well. So they drink a lot. It's not just lovely, it is amazing. I think it is amazing. I want to get some beer back now, okay? Okay. So there are dogs, kids, swings, everything that you would want for Saturday. Everything is happening on the open air. Ah, the dog. The dogs. So I think that this view really costs a lot. We're thinking of drinking beer. Yes, I know that I'm advertising beer right now. Beer is a big deal here. So that is the Visegrad, which you can find here, not just religious places like that. A lot of dogs, you know, a lot of dogs, a lot of beer. So this is a nice shot of our today's tour: 3 beers and a dog. You have a beautiful dog.
Yeah, thank you.
The dog is very kind. And let me show you that beer pub from the distance, because it is huge. I just walked with you like on the side where there is the beautiful view, but in the middle you can also see a lot of people sitting on the benches and enjoying their life. So what are those 10 things about Czech Republic you didn't know? I told you many of them, like about the I told you these good facts, but also there are small facts that probably you really don't know. For example, the word robot was invented here by the writer. He was writing some kind of story about the creature that didn't have soul, and this creature was able to do the work that people didn't want to do themselves. And in Russian, Ukrainian, and in Czech language, robot means work, like labor. So people started to call these creatures robots. And also Prague is famous for the ancient university. The oldest university in Europe was established here in the 14th century, and it's still working. There are a lot of students who want to become, a lot of people who want to become students there. And the funniest story that I wanted to share with you, the funniest fact, is that one doctor invented the contact lenses. He actually invented contact lenses in 1959, and he never saw the face of his wife. So after he invented contact lenses and he saw his wife first time in many years, he changed his Facebook profile to the name of Looking for Love. How do you find that? Looking for love. So he recognized like the appearance of his wife and changed the Facebook profile. I think it's not polite. And yes, you are right, these are huge tennis courts here, just close to the mighty walls. As you can see, I'm starting walking around the castle to another direction, and it's really beautiful from everywhere. I will show you myself. I was enjoying this walk. So we didn't cover the whole territory because you have to go on the wall for, I think, good half an hour. But I showed you the most beautiful places from one side and from another side, and I will walk with you for 3 more minutes because even successful, I'm not sure. I don't know the end of this story, but I thought it's kind of evil. Like he invented these contact lenses and then changed the name of his profile. Who knows? Who knows? That sounds a little bit strange. But that was a magnificent walk in the beautiful place. Thank you for joining me today, and enjoy the last moments of the beautiful Prague song and the amazing views. Please let me know if you have any questions, and let me know, are you enjoying this online sessions, online tours? summer is coming. I know that many of you will be traveling in person because like it's warm season of the year. And let me know what would you like to see in Prague, and what stories would you like to hear. Legends. We will probably make the separate tour about the legends. So we visited the Peter and Paul Basilica today, and there is also a famous legend which tells about the lady who lived here, and she was visiting the church service every day. So one day she was visiting. She kind of set up the alarm clock at 6, and when she came to the church, she found out that the church is full of the dead people, but they were standing on the mass. Later, she discovered that her alarm clock didn't work well, and she woke up at midnight. So she kind of overslept the real mass, and she came to the mass of the dead people who are really attending the mass of St. Peter and Paul Cathedral. That is why people who live nearby are afraid to come here at night, because it is considered that at night there is a mass going on in Peter and Paul Basilica, but the mass for those people who are kind of already gone, for the deceased people. In Prague, with Visegrad Castle. I'm not sure about Hungary because I'm in Czech Republic. If I have enough resources to travel and to show you Hungary, it's okay. I will do that. So you know that I'm taking you wherever I'm going. So if I was visiting Venice, I was taking you there. And for the last kind of minute of our tour, the sweet fact about Czech Republic, that the director of the sugar factory, he invented the sugar cubes for his wife, because one day his wife injured the finger. She wanted to kind of cut the big loaf of sugar into the smaller pieces, and accidentally she cut her finger. So she loved her so much that this owner of the sugar factory invented the sugar cubes, so his wife would never cut her finger. So that was a great man, and probably his wife was nagging that he should do something about this big loaf of sugar that he was producing, and he decided to make her happy. And the last, but not the least, chemistry fact is that the Czech doctor was the first one to divide the blood into 4 types. And thanks to this discovery, a lot of lives were saved, because back then, until 1907, when this doctor discovered these 4 blood types, nobody knew that blood has got 4 types, and many lives were lost. It was a cool tour. It's great to be a king, because kings used to live here, and Prague was once even the capital of the whole Europe, because King Charles IV was the king of Bohemia, and he was also the Holy Roman Emperor, and he lived not here, but on the other side. You can see it right now. I will enlarge that. Charles IV lived back when he was living over there. That is Prague Castle, and that place is really amazing. It's so beautiful, with this huge elevated platforms and kind people around me. I think that Czechs really kind. Thank you for being with me today. So next time probably we will see the dancing house or a tourist trap store. Let's repeat this tour. Larry C gave us the idea: jam or tourist traps. I will schedule this tour today And next Saturday or Sunday, you will be able to see me again on your screens. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you to joining the special online events. I see that the sun is not fluttering. I will talk to you like this. So have nice weekends. There is kind of technical fact. One lady, I think Melanie is her name, she's sending me the tips to PayPal for 3 times. And Melanie, if you're here, you're using the wrong address. There is a dot, like marvelous.kyiv. Please use the dot if you're using PayPal, because I'm not getting the funds if you're writing it as one word, marvelous.kyiv. There is a dot between the words. And once again, thank you so much for tipping me, and thank you for being my friends. Thank you. Дякую. Слава Україні. Goodbye. See you next time. The sun is shining right in my eyes. But I love the sun. Vitamin D and amazing Prague roofs. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for being with me and joining my tours. See you next week. Goodbye.